I'm going to be showing you how I took this disgusting light in my bathroom and turned it into something that looks brand new. And I'm going to be showing you 5 other DIY projects that will add a lot of value to your bathroom when you go to sell your home. So let's get started. I have it marked. Master bedroom. Master bedroom lights. Safety first, of course. One of the simplest, easiest DIY projects a person can do for their bathroom is to buy a can of paint. I don't know why people wouldn't do this when they have their house for sale. And it does add a lot of value when somebody sees a freshly painted room. A good can of paint at Lowe's costs around $40. And you don't want to get the cheaper paint because it does show through and you're going to have to do 2 coats. So in a bathroom, always make sure you get the primer and paint in one. And it will make home buyers pretty happy that you painted a room, especially the bathroom, in a nice bright color. Do not use like a real trendy color. Use something that will appeal to the masses, like a nice neutral beige or a nice neutral gray. The lighter the better, because people like a nice bright light bathroom because it makes them feel clean, and people like a clean bathroom. Ta-da! Oh, there's so much rust. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad we're doing this. And look, there's so much rust. We're so gonna fix this. All right, we have our 2 lights that came from the bathroom. And when you took them down, I mean, they were a lot worse than I even thought. So, all right, so the first thing you're gonna do is, when you take them down, is to cover them up with painter's tape. Mostly because you just don't want spray paint to get inside those components and mess with anything, and just kind of keep it all fresh. I just use this kind of painter's tape, nothing special. And then right afterwards, we're going to sand each one of these. We're gonna start with an 80 grit, which is really like rough, and we're gonna sand off the rust. And then we're gonna use the 120 grit to make it so it's not so rough, it's a lot smoother. And then I'm gonna make it very smooth with a 220 grit, just to make sure that everything is, all the bumps from, I don't know if you see that. So all the bumps and grooves and all that rust that's gone on these, look at that. I mean, that is so horrible. And if a home buyer saw this, they would be like, that's what we call deferred maintenance, things that haven't been taken care of by the homeowner. So you definitely don't want to have that kind of thing in your house, in your bathrooms, especially the master bathroom like ours are. All right, so let's start sanding. Everything's all sanded. And we got it all sanded. All right, so before we start spraying, because I know me, I don't want to spray like immediately. We're gonna get some latex gloves on, and you're gonna put these on first. And then we're gonna use this product, grease lightning or any kind of degreaser, and we're gonna wipe down the lights. So any kind of oil that was on your fingers while you were sanding will not be on your light bulbs, not your light bulbs, the lights itself. And the reason you want to do this is because when you go to spray it, if there's any fragment of oil that's left on here, it will leave like a little bubble. And not that anybody's going to really notice it, but it's one of those things, you're going to want to do it. And not only that, it helps clean off all the excess dust that you had from when you were sanding. And it's just a good thing to do, help it adhere a lot better than before. We're using a microfiber cloth to wipe this down with the degreaser. This microfiber cloth is great because it really does pick up all the extra sanding dust that was left behind from when we sanded off all the old rust. And look, it's already dry. Really simple. All right, keep your gloves on. And next, we're gonna spray. Okay, so this is one of those things, do as I say, not do as I do. Technically, you're supposed to use a respirator to protect your lungs, and I'm gonna do it for the sake of the camera, but if you guys weren't here watching, honestly, I'd just be spraying. You're going to buy Rust-Oleum hammered finished. See, it's got the little bumps in it. It gives you the sheen that it will give you, which will give it that same look on this, just like it was primer. It has the paint and primer in one. Now, some people will say you still need to prime. This is not, I don't believe that. I've used this product forever. I've used it in several rental properties and I have never had to prime and paint it. I've just used this and it's worked fantastic. And plus the rust doesn't come back like it did when it was the original paint. So that's what we're gonna do next. Make sure you put on your respirator. Make sure to do both sides. Coat one, done. All right, while we're waiting for that first coat to dry, I want to talk to you about countertops. So we've done this in several of our rental properties and they've had those, I guess they're Formica, yeah, Formica countertops, and they're old and they look terrible, but we have been able to restore them and make them look brand new by doing this countertop paint. It's by Rust-Oleum as well, and it's super easy to do. Take your time with it. That's one piece of advice. And like one of these cans, it comes in a set of two. They have them on Amazon, but you will use both cans. You don't have to mix anything, but it's a super easy way to restore and revitalize a bathroom that's kind of dated and has older countertops, but you can't afford to replace them. This does work. Just take your time doing it. Countertop paint. Do it. That's after one coat and we're ready for the second coat. All right, can we have a little talk real quick? Just for a minute. I just want to talk to you about your toilet seat. If you lived in a house for a period of time, your toilet seats get worn out. It is a very cheap, inexpensive thing to do to replace. You do not need to hire anybody. And this toilet seat cost me $21. If your toilet seat has worn paint or looks chipped or has lines on it or makeup or anything, replace the toilet seat. You think nobody notices, but I'm telling you, buyers notice your toilet seat. I'm too embarrassed to even show you what our toilet seat looks like. It has a rip in it. Can you imagine if you're selling your house and the buyers came in and had to go to the bathroom and saw that? That is disgusting. I'm embarrassed by it, but I'm willing to share it with you because you and I are friends. Second coat is dry. All right, our lights are all done, but before they go up, I want to talk to you about your mirrors. So in a lot of older homes, this happens where the mirrors at the bottom get the mirrored part where it reflects will detach from the glass itself, and then it has this weird black foggy line. I've seen a lot of DIYers where they will take a piece of wood and they'll frame around that section so it covers up that part that has separated and no longer has the reflection. If you decide to do this, make sure you follow all the instructions carefully and make sure all your pieces line up right, because I've seen them done very well and I've seen them done really, really bad. But if you don't want to go that route because you're not really good at using a miter saw to hold up those two pieces of wood together so it does look like a nice frame, you can go to a place like Kirkland's or even Lowe's to buy framed mirrors. So when you take off that attached mirror on your wall, you're going to have some spots that you're probably going to need to touch up because there's glue that holds, there's an adhesive that holds that mirror on. That's, I swear, that's probably what they should use to cement teeth in, because once you take that off, it either cracks the mirror or it ends up damaging the heck out of your drywall. So make sure you patch that up first. And then you can purchase framed mirrors and they give it a really nice modern feel. This one from Kirkland's cost me 60 bucks. So two $60 framed mirrors only, you know, $120 to make your bathroom look much more updated and modern. That's a super easy project to do to add a lot more value to your bathroom to give it that modern feel. Oh, hi there. One thing I forgot to mention, when you're spraying your lights, don't forget to do the little caps. I almost had forgotten those, and because I had put them in my pocket. So make sure you spray those as well so they match. So while I'm putting this back together, I want to talk to you about your cabinets in your bathroom. If it's been several years that you've put up your cabinets and they are not looking the way that they used to, you can actually fix them. I mean, of course you can add a can of paint, but they also make things that are called cabinet paint, and they have other little cabinet paint kits like antiquing, which has become extremely popular here in Louisiana. Of course, the chalkboard paint was something that was very popular as well for a period of time. But the problem with chalkboard paint is that it was popular for a period of time. It's a trendy look. So you're always going to win whenever you do your cabinets in a more very plain traditional way, or if you're going to resell. And if you're not going to resell, then you can do them any way you want to. But I'm just telling you for future reference, if you're going to sell your home and you want to get the most value out of your bathroom and you're going to paint your cabinets, don't do a trendy look, because you know you're not going to appeal to enough buyers to make it worth it. Look, pretty soon we're gonna be turning this on. I'm so happy, it looks so good.
This whole DIY project cost me no more than 10 bucks, and you totally could do it too. And the 5 other DIY projects I showed you will cost you less than 200 bucks. Super easy stuff. I have some other DIY projects that will add massive value to your home, so go ahead and watch this video right here.